All right. I want to talk about the Gen Z burnout. How we are being burned out as a generation because of work and everything. Like us Gen Z, we are often very much indeed disrespected, all because we are seeing reality for what it is, and we've been told to follow this script of life. We did it, and we're not winning in life. And then um, we get ridiculed when we don't, when we I think what's the word, when we dang, I can't, what's the word, all right, when we speak out on the on our results of us not succeeding like that, like for an example, a house, a car, just the regular middle class life. The boomers, they just completely ignore what we have to say and say, you're not working hard enough, you're doing something wrong. Like, they just completely ignore us. So it makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. But from my own personal experience, as of right now, I am tired, I'm sleepy, and that's the worst part about it. I'm not even working a lot of hours, all right, because I'm part-time, and yet somehow I am still very tired. The job I work is a warehouse, right? And obviously it ain't paying the bills at all. But even if I was working full time, it still would not pay the bill. I would have to work the 40 hours plus more, plus more. And that's the thing. I don't even know if this warehouse even allow overtime. Like seriously, the cost of living is super high. It's super high. The job standards are completely delusional. They expect us to have, I don't know, like 10 years of experience in that range, in that job or whatever, that company. They expect us to have manager, blah blah blah, this manager experience, supervisor experience, this that, it's just a whole lot of stuff that they want us to have just to get an entry level position. Like, it generally doesn't make any sense. We're burnt out. We're over here applying for jobs. We're getting rejected. Our time is being wasted. Our time is being wasted from going to all these interviews just to get rejected and everything. Hopefully you can hear me. Our time is being wasted over applying for all these jobs, and then we get, it's just a lot. We were applying for a bunch of these jobs, ghosted, no interviews, and they just waste our time. We're so burnt out by that, very much burnt out by that. We're tired. Eventually, the most human thing to do is to simply stop, because in a sense, it's a form of torture. It's a form of torment that these companies, they be tormenting us low-key. Seriously, like, after a while, we're just gonna get tired of applying for jobs. And that's why they say Gen Z is not working, or not, or even trying and all that stuff. Like, and I understand why, because in my own experience, I'm just over here applying for jobs, applying, going to interviews, lying to my face, telling me I'm hired, giving me a tour of the store, and then, yeah, I was not gonna keep calling the store, asking them when I'm gonna start my retraining or whatever, when I start. I wasn't gonna keep asking them, keep calling them. So I said, screw it, I'm done. So, like, seriously. And the people who's running these companies, the boomers, they just do not want to listen. They are very stubborn. Very stubborn. I'm sorry, these older generations are extremely stubborn. They do not want to even give us any kind, like, they don't want to see, they just not listening. I don't know if it's because they don't have the ability to, or they just don't want to. I personally feel like it's the latter. Hopefully you can hear me, because I am in public, by the way, near the CTA Midway bus terminal, whatever. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, we can't get a job. It's our fault. Now, let me talk about when we do have a job. We have a job. We're working their hours, and it's not paying the bills. Like, it's not paying the bills. Like, it's not paying the bills. Like, we're getting these entry-level jobs with all these grocery stores and not basic 9 to 5 stuff. Basic 9 to 5. We still can't pay the bills. Like, oh my gosh. And then on top of that, the cost of living on top of that is even worse. These apartments, a studio costing $2,000. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Seriously, absolutely no sense. And then our boomer parents and Gen X parents, when I have a problem, why are you still living here so long? Where's my grandbabies? Like, seriously. We're burnt out working all these hours with no results. We're burnt out by all these by us doing all this work of 3 people, doing work we're not supposed to be doing, taking up the slack for workers who quit real quick with these these work standards from the company. Our managers telling us to do this, do that, and everything. And because they refuse to hire more people, it's just a whole lot of mess. And we're getting extremely burnt out by it. Like, I just don't understand what's with these boomers. And even that complaining and expressing our experiences with the boomers about how we're not being treated fairly, like the things they said we were going to get, it's not adding up. We get burned out. We're getting burnt out for just even expressing our frustration by not having any results, by following their script. We're even getting burnt out with this. Why? Because they refuse to listen to us. Oh, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. When in reality, we literally did what they told us to do. Well, you gotta work harder. Working harder isn't really working. Working harder isn't working. The math ain't mathing. The work ain't working. Seriously. Like, seriously. And this is why we're quiet quitting. Because since we're not going to be paid a livable wage and these companies refuse to give us something to hope for, we're just going to quiet quit. Clock in, do our job requirement, and nothing else. That's it. We're not going to do all this extra go above and beyond stuff. Being cross-trained for other departments. Like, that should be a little bit more money right there. Just by you working a different department that you're not hired to do. You should be getting more money, but companies refuse to do that. It's this big corp doing this job. If somewhere in the United States government signed a law where if you work in a specific department and the manager tells you to do this from a different department, there should be some sort of clock into that department system so you can make sure you are paid for the other work you were told to do. You should be getting paid something extra. Seriously, like do a switch method or something like that. Like, for example, you're a cashier manually, all right? They tell you, hey, we need you to stock these boxes. Then you should be able to clock in or scan you in into the stocking, stocker department to get paid those hours just for that time. There should be an on-site clock in and out system to make sure you're paid, but that ain't happening anytime soon. That is absolutely not happening anytime soon because these big corps, they don't care. And because of that, we are becoming very indeed burned out. Seriously. And that's the thing, we're so burnt out from working to get work. We'd be so tired on the weekend or even just off days period to go out and socialize. like go out, just have fun on our off days. We'd be so tired. Right now, I am super tired. I'm supposed to have signed out episode 5 and 4 special out. My fan series. I should have voiced those lines, but I'm so dang tired. That's the main reason why these episodes take forever. Because I be so dang tired from work. Like, seriously. It literally doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Even my real hobby, my hobby for public transit, I'd be even tired for that. Very tired for that. I have all this backed up content just sitting in my hard drives and phones, wasting space when I could use that space for otherwise. I've recorded a vlog with my high school homies a month ago. Obviously, they're begging for me to upload it, but I'm trying to work in order. That way, I don't have a whole bunch record new content, and because if I work out of order, then it'll be I can get confused and everything, and then I can possibly delete some footage that I may not do. So I have to work for the latest of me recording it. Had to get up because B was nearby, but yeah. The point is, all these hours is making us burnt out to even have fun. That's the main point by this. Burnt out to have fun, which make no sense. Like, seriously, just even getting up out of the bed to even go to work is a whole nother problem. That to me is work itself. It ain't 9 to 5. It's 7 to 6. 7 to 6. Because we have to get ready, travel there, and then work it, and then work a little bit of overtime, sometimes off the clock, and then travel home. And then by the time we are too tired to even do anything else, and then our off days, all we do is sleep. We're so burnt out. In conclusion, I'm currently waiting for my bus so I can go to work. And only to mention, us being late. They hate it when we're late. This is an old system. I'm not saying to be late on purpose. No, that's not what I'm saying. Get to work on time. Seriously, you can lose your job. We need to keep the jobs we have and the little opportunity to make money we have. We need to keep that since jobs are so picky. But this is an old system. It's not working. It is not working. And that's Gen Z. We are we're telling our side of the story and how we're not getting the results that we've been told. And we're getting told you're doing something wrong by the boomers. And gaslighting us as if we're the problem. Just a hypocritical boomer. I think that's it. I'm tired. I have to go to work. Work this warehouse job. There's a bus that might take me closer, but we'll see what the gamut is. What y'all think? Welcome to the channel. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Like, comment, subscribe.